Hello, Virgos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it, Virgos. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards, Virgos. Let's see. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. Happy full moon. This video is for the 15th through the 22nd of November. November. Seven of Swords. Okay. So somebody is definitely walking away, finally walking away from an energy. Here we have the Seven of Swords. Somebody is definitely walking away from something because something just has a lot of cracks in something, like cracks in the foundation. And here we have the Three of Cups here. So somebody's walking away from something and walking more towards more sacred, more sacred relationships, or when you walked away. So remember, time is relative, but when you walked away from shark energy, could be a man who maybe older energy. Somebody is seeing what you have in common with somebody, whoever it is. It could just be another human being you have in common with. It's not even somebody that you know. It's just that you could have that in common with another human being. So it doesn't even have to be somebody you know, right? But once somebody is starting to realize is that when you walk away from certain types of energies, you start to look at what you have in common with people. You start to say, "Wow, you know what? You start putting things together, like you start analyzing certain things. Okay, when I start closing out, you start looking at necessarily man, woman, like the gender. You start looking more like, that's one thing you could have in common with a person, but another human being. But you start looking at other stuff too that you have in common with people. Like, do y'all have kids? When you walked away from something, when you stopped giving money or something of material possession, or when you stopped, engaging in some kind of physical activity with an energy, when you stop making them laugh, or when you stop hanging out with certain people, or when there was some kind of an emotional attachment or whatever, when you stop talking to certain things, you start aligning yourself with other human beings and start seeing it was cracks in a foundation. You're just like, oh, okay. Then you start noticing stuff, and it starts making you, kind of helping you to become a better humanitarian, start making you more relatable with humans. Like, I started noticing that when, with certain energies, that, okay, I started noticing. That's when you start talking about certain things. You start putting the cell phones down, stop recording, stop doing all this stuff. And you know what? Time to kind of sort of get back to having more sacred relationships, more sacred bonds, more sacred connections, with people, So somebody had to kind of start seeing for themselves. It's like when you start realizing when it wasn't all of this stuff that was going on that people can hold on to. They can hold on to, like, oh, I took video footage, I recorded, I did this and I did that. Then somebody started realizing, oh, okay. Some people like to hold on to that, for their financial gain, to use it, So anyway, so somebody learned how to close off access to their money, like the Nine of Pentacles here. So that's how you're going to start seeing, one, you reached a level of financial maturity. You're at the King of Cups. This is your financial maturity against people who are really cold-hearted, like really, really cold-hearted. So somebody dealt with a man who was really cold-hearted, like dark behind their eyes, cold-hearted, right? Like I said, shark. Something snuck up on somebody, like they was cold, like somebody tore somebody down real quick. It would be like literally you sitting around this group of people and somebody just humiliates somebody in front of everybody. And the person just breaks down and cries in front of just everybody. And the person just, they don't care. They just, they don't care how that person feel. They just tear them down. That's what this beaver moon is showing everybody, is like, if you know anything about beavers building a dam, they can build a dam. They can tear it down and build it up real quick, right? That's what this beaver moon is showing people. For those of you all who are on the Patreon side, we talk about like the beaver moon, like tear somebody down emotionally real quick, and it sneaks up on people, and then just build somebody up real quick, right? So and this just shows cracks in the foundation. Like, okay, this person, how the person loves somebody, and they tear them down that quick, you know, like then tell them that they love somebody, like, right, to tear somebody down that quick, you know, and then, you know, then all of a sudden, you know. So here we have the Nine of Pentacles. So something calls somebody like, okay, it's time to close off the financial situation here. So that's what you're seeing. That's what somebody is seeing, is how cold somebody can be, like the darkness behind somebody's eyes, you know, with certain energies. That's what somebody is seeing. Like, some people are, they cold. Here we have the so the Ace of Swords, and so that's the motive. And you ask yourself, well, what was the reason to do all of that for? Like, why? Just as quickly as a person can make somebody laugh, they can make them cry. Just as fast as they can make somebody laugh, they can make somebody cry that fast. You would have to actually see it up close and personal, like to see somebody, like to manipulate somebody's emotions like that, like to see how, like, you like, what in the world did I just witness for real, right? So somebody is talking about something, and somebody's like, you don't want to be in an environment like that. It's not, and then to have people sit around, laugh and joke and talk like that, you know, to sit there and watch, to think it's funny. There's nothing funny about that. And some people grow up in families like that. They'll sit there and watch kids just be talked to like anything. So source is saying to you, you know, that's how people develop this, when they don't know what they see when they look in the mirror, just darkness. So back to this Ten of Cups here. So source is saying that's why some people don't feel safe. That's why some people don't feel safe. But that's where source is trying to help somebody learn how to see. Is like, right, somebody's now talking about being more in sacred environments, right? More in sacred environments and getting away from just that cold-hearted. That's not even divine masculine energy. That is toxic masculine energy. This right here, that's toxic. That is toxic. That's just, I can't even say that's toxic. That's shark energy. That can't even say it's toxic masculine energy. That would be toxic. But the King of Cups, right? If it was a woman, it'd be toxic feminine energy. But just cold, straight cold, can make a person just break down and cry, like snatch a person's soul and then turn around and make a person laugh. Like a person doesn't know what emotion to even grab hold of. So that's what I'm seeing here, you know, in the cards. So somebody has learned how to just shut off all access to those types of energies altogether, right? And rebuild. Here we have the Ten of Wands here. So I feel like looking at the cards here, somebody said either work with in those types of energies or dealt with those types of energies at home or at work. But somebody, when you're rebuilding, those are not the energies you need to be around. Somebody's analyzed that. There's a Ten of Wands. You're like, you know what? So you and somebody have that in common. You and somebody have, I don't know who, you and somebody have that in common. So yeah, you and somebody have that in common, right? So here we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. So maybe out in public, you and somebody put on this image in public, but behind closed doors, maybe it's a nightmare for somebody. So I feel like that may be somebody that you could be praying for. If they're not connected to you now, Virgo, that could be somebody that you're praying for. It's a Ten of Wands. You could be saying prayers for that person. Because the dark side of King of Cups is That's a coward. For real. That's a coward. That is really cowardice energy. So here we have the two of wands here. See how this person right here, this one wand is like up against the wall. The other wand right here is like you're no longer that person is no longer motivated to be around people like that. People who like to tear people down 1 minute and make them laugh the next. You only want to be around people like that. There's nothing funny about making somebody cry 1 second and then making them laugh the next. They just walking around just anxiety. Just anxious, like they're about to have a heart attack. So yeah, this is you hightailing it out of there. So they're on the dark side of 8. Dark side of 8 is either succumb to passive and powerless behavior or egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. In other words, being bullied, or the bully or the being bullied. So somebody is crystal clear now, right? You're no longer motivated by being around those types of energies. So you're praying for those energies. Here's the King of Wands. That puts you right on the throne of praying for those types of energies. So let's go ahead and close it out. But anyway, so something snuck up on somebody. Like somebody saw something, like snuck up. It was like, whoa. Whether it was in a dream or memory or something. But that's what somebody is, looking. So something could have happened. Like something could have, like recently, for somebody was just like, whoa. Or you saw some kind of cracks in the foundation, like, okay. Something could have switched gears for somebody. Like as you're rebuilding, something motivated you to, your motivation has changed. Your motivation has changed. Like something, you saw something like, wow. Your motivation has changed from something. This is an interesting reading because okay. Wow. Okay, so make a list of pros and cons. So Angel Gabrielle, the messenger of God, is with you, but the new one is extra special, whoever the new one is, or whatever the new one is, right? So somebody had a breakthrough. Yeah, somebody had a breakthrough about something. Yeah, so I see third eye chakra cleanse, but the new one, whatever the new one is, it could be a new job, it could be a new love interest, it could be a new something, but something about your energy is very warm. It's very, I don't know who I'm talking to, but very compassionate. Like people's inner child want to be around your energy. Their inner child wants to be around you, or their kids want to be around you. That's what it feels like for some people. Like their kids want to be around you, or their inner child wants to be around. It just feels like people can put their. It feels like whoever this is for. It feels like this table here. You don't see any cell phones at the tables, like people are not recording. It just feels like a safe space. It's like people can have a good time without people not recording. They're not, like you're not going to see it on social media later. It just feels like a sacred space. That's what it feels like. So as a reward for somebody becoming emotionally intelligent enough to say, oh my God, this is what I'm dealing with. Being sensitive, because these, people do exist, people who are like, who are not sharks. They do live on land in human form, not living in the sea, in the ocean somewhere. But this sneaks up on you, or something sneaks up on you where you just like, okay, what in the world? Who was this energy raised by? Like, were you raised in the middle of the ocean? But anyway, something new is coming across your path, and it's extra special. So it could be a new job, it could be a new something, but something will feel more sacred to somebody. But I'm seeing financial independence for you. So something is coming to you. So let me see something here. Something is coming to you. As I'm reading your cards, I'm still getting a lot of downloads because so follow your heart. You are protected by angels. Let go and let God. You inspired them to heal. It's time to heal your wounded self. That will be your Chiron, by the way. And so time to ground yourself. She apologizes, whoever she is, for betraying you. Your gifts have increased. Be patient. The answers are coming. Prepare for an increase in pay. So that's what I was trying to say. So some kind of money is either coming back to some kind of money is coming to somebody. But somebody, this readings are so interesting. But okay, let me see how I can word this. It could be somebody in your family or somebody that was like family to you that could have betrayed you. Could have been a friend or somebody that you felt like you were having a sacred conversation with, could have betrayed you, right? Again, take only what resonates with you. Just take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't create something that doesn't resonate with you, okay? Just don't just go out here and just start out in la la land creating stuff, right? Because it's some things may not. But somebody that you thought you were having a sacred conversation with, could have been family member. You could have been sitting down just thinking you just having a conversation, betrayed you, right? Somehow all of that's tied into, like, I feel like somewhere in somebody's spirit, somewhere in your spirit, somebody is still looking for, where are the good people who are not going to betray you? That's where you that's what I'm seeing, like, kind of in your spirit. It's like, where are the people who's not going to betray you? Where are those people? What planet are they on, right? Or who at least is not going to use something against you to hurt you later? Where are those people? Why are you don't want to always have your guard up, like you're always in survival mode? Like, you at least want to be able to tell your kids and grandkids that there's good people out here that won't do that kind of stuff, right? Use something against you, right? Use your past against you, right? Somehow that ties in. So a family member could have done something, or a friend, or could have done something, or like somebody you'd have known for a while, like y'all sitting down, like y'all would have been like like at a table or something, or sitting next to each other on the couch, or y'all somehow connecting, like betrayed you in some way, right? But something you could have invested in, so you and somebody have something in common. Y'all will have something to talk about, but I don't know that it would be necessarily trauma bonding. Y'all won't stay on that conversation. That's what you all will have in common, though. Of just like how you all survived those types of environments where people can tear you down real quick, have you laughing 1 minute and then have you crying the next, where you just in front of a group of people, and then you just crying your eyeballs out, like you don't even know where all those crazy emotions came from. So, but anyway, prepare for an increase in pay with signs. So instincts are messages from the inner divine. Instincts are messages from the inner divine. But so let's go ahead and close this out. So we got signs here. So signs all around you. What else we got in the oracle cards here? All right. Yeah, so love. I treat my body with love and respect. I release the need to control the people in my life. I give thanks for the abundance of peace and joy that is flowing into relationships. Yeah, because that's all about control, like trying to control somebody's emotions, making somebody cry one minute, laugh the next. Like, people don't even have control over their emotions. Like, that doesn't make people feel safe. So if somebody works in an environment like that, or you see somebody in that kind of situation, start praying for them or speak up or something. If it's you, then Source saying it's time to get to safety. But affirmations for success. I'm attracting everything I need. I'm full of highly profitable ideas. I'm grounded. I'm connected to my highest calling. I'm pushing the boundaries of the ordinary. What's for me will always be for me. I'm committed to my purpose. I'm making necessary connections. I'm connected to all that supports my highest good. That's all. That's not some. That's all. All who supports my highest good, right? So that's the Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do it. Like, even if you work in an environment where you feel like you work for a manager or whatever who likes to do that kind of stuff to employees, and you go, well, that's none of my business. I'm just minding my business. Okay. I'm just getting my paycheck. I'm minding my business. That employee may need somebody to go to HR, quietly and say, okay, this is a form of abuse and the worst of hostile work environment. Like, nobody needs that for the person to go home and be depressed, or somebody needs to speak up, or it could be you, right? So flow like water. Flow like water. People shouldn't have to wait for video footage to come out for somebody to report something, or all of a sudden everybody jumping on a bandwagon at the last minute after the emotional, mental damage is already done. So, Source is trying to help people learn how to speak up. Enough people speak up, people will come out of survival mode. Enough people speak up, people will come out of survival mode. 55, I'm evolving. So substantial changes in your future. Embrace the change and need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.